Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. How you doing there, Mike?
I'm here.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, it's probably just me.
It is. Yeah, it's you.
I'm okay with it.
Let me check over here. So you called me and said, I'm not going to make it tomorrow. Let me guess, you were out of town and didn't realize you weren't coming back till Monday.
Exactly. I thought, well, we're coming back Sunday night. And then they looked at me Sunday night. I said, when are we going to get going? Oh, we're not leaving till tomorrow. No. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like the Mike Kelly thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow, man.
Okay.
I just, it's all copacetic.
All right, I'm going to let you go with your numbers in the month.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I got
Look
a lot.
at this. This is end of the month for the month
343.
of April, 343. Now, we've been averaging, but during the year, we did the first 3 months averaged at like 245.
Right.
So the actual numbers, the more accurate numbers, are 343.
You are crackling, though, today.
I think it's in my throat.
Okay.
I got taken over by an alien over the weekend. So 343, that's pretty cool. 686 listings. Look, for the first time since the beginning of the year, we're below 400 and pending.
We just need some more pendings.
Yep, and those 686 will go pending here pretty soon, some of them.
I forgot to go live on Instagram. There we go. We're live.
There we go. So
they can catch up.
Those are the numbers. Those are the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do I have? We had a few things come out today. We'll get into all of them. We have a quality home price index, new home sales, JOLTS.
Quality is the old
CoreLogic.
Yeah.
BED, which is a business employment dynamics, which is part of the BLS, ISM services, and then a few things that happened with Iran yesterday.
Iran, what'd they do?
So far away.
You sing it, Flock.
Yeah, well, I can't. I don't have my glasses today on. I can't read this stuff. I gotta get it bigger. Basically, the big thing this morning is what didn't happen. Iran did not, in fact, restart the war overnight.
Oh.
2 U.S. flagships transited the Strait of Hormuz under destroyer escort, and the Defense Secretary Hetzek's morning posture is ceasefire holds. Stocks like the story. Oil is giving back yesterday's spike, and the 10-year is on the other hand is not impressed. Let's see what the 10-year is actually at right now, because the Dow is up 245, so it likes what's going on.
Yeah.
Earlier we were like a few we're about 11 basis points better on rates, and the 10-year sitting at 4.41. It opened at 4.44, so it's only 3 BPS is lower. It's not majorly move, but it could get better. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's real, but I guess we blew a bridge up.
I have not heard anything about that.
Their tallest bridge. It was no longer a bridge.
What happened on the UAE air defense system engaged 12 ballistic missiles, 3 cruise missiles, and 4 drones launched from Iran yesterday. The drone strike hit the oil hub, Fujairah. Fujir. All right. First major infrastructure hit in weeks. The U.S. sunk multiple Iran small boats. Last count I heard was 7.
Okay.
Trump warned that Iran would be blown off the face of the earth if targeted U.S. ships. This was not posturing. This was the closest we've come to actual active conflict since the ceasefire.
Wow.
Oils, I don't know where it is right now, but earlier it was $102 for WTI, and Brent's at $111.45.
111.45.
Yeah,
wow.
So we're still going to be paying. I'll still be close to $200 to fill up my tank fully.
Yeah, I got to fill mine today. It's going to be expensive.
Let's see what the Amir. That's his whole name. But a guy from Energy Aspects told CNBC yesterday that 80 to 90 per barrel is now the floor going forward. Is what they're thinking. I'm like, I don't know about that. All right, let's get to the other news. So no existing home sales today because that's May 11th.
Right.
Yeah, and yesterday was May the 4th. Be with you.
What was it?
Yes, it was.
Were you able to levitate?
Well, they had the whole thing downtown. It's like it's like, come on, get a life. George, can you stop snoring?
No, he sounds so cute.
New home sales, which measures signed contracts on new homes, increased by 8.9% in February, then another 7.4% in March, now
Wow.
at 682,000 unit annualized pace, stronger than they expected of the 650,000. The inventory of new homes on the market at the end of March decreased by 0.4 to 481,000, while the median new home price decreased 5.3% to 387,400. So it's the first time that new home sales is cheaper. New homes are cheaper than existing homes.
That's crazy. And you're right. I don't think we've seen that before.
Well, it just tells you that smaller price homes are selling and they're cutting the prices on a bunch of stuff.
Yep. Are they still giving $25K for a?
Probably. I have no idea. So there's a whole statement. Read this. The tale of two housing markets. What I just said, existing home sales, was 3.98 million in March, and new home sales running at 682,000, beating estimates. So your new home sales is moving up, and existing home sales is not doing as great. But it will change. Don't you worry.
It will.
Because the one thing about new homes is they just they build them and they sell them, or they sell them and build them. Mm-hmm. Existing home sales, somebody has to go, I want to get rid of this rate and move.
Exactly.
There's a big difference. All right. Who cares about it? Yeah, I don't care about what he says. All right, let's get into the number. ISM Service Index, which measures the health of the service industry in the U.S., was measured at 5.36 in April, lower than the last month level of 54.0 and the market expectation of 53.7. Missed it by 1/10.
That much.
Yeah, it says 2/10 miss. Well, no, that's a 1/10.
To be equal to?
Yeah, well, they lower than the month's level of 54, market expectation of 53. So it was measured at 53.6, and they were expecting 53.7.
Oh.
That's really not that major jump.
Yeah, that's just a wigwam.
So we have your JOLTS report. The labor market JOLTS report, which tracks the monthly change in job openings, were reported at 6.866 million. That's pretty low for the month of March. Expectation of 6.84 million. But lower than last month's revised report of 6.922 million. One of the things they're saying is AI is, getting rid of jobs, but it really isn't showing that. But there's a statement here. The underlying thing about this is when people, get laid off, they don't do unemployment. They go get in the gig economy now, and they can't get their unemployment. So they're not counted anymore.
No gigs counted.
You work really hard on these, don't you?
I do.
All right, Jolt. All right, so the BLS released their Q3 business employment dynamics report. The first time I'm reading this, BED, which revised the BLS death of birth rate model within their jobs report over the course of Q3. The birth date model showed that there were 145,000 jobs created. Meanwhile, the BED showed 272,000 job losses. That means that from one component of the jobs report, the BLS overstated job growth by 417,000 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's a big overstate.
They need to get rid of that birth-death model out of it and just rework it.
Make something
And
accurate.
I talked about, did I do ISM reports? Yes, I did. All right, that's pretty much it for the day.
Wow.
But there was a company who did a research for veteran home buyer readiness survey, and they were talking to veterans. And the big thing I read out of this one thing is 1 in 3 veterans who haven't bought a home doesn't know that the VA home loan that they earn through service requires 0 down payment.
How did they not know that?
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe
I know you don't know, but
maybe they were infantry.
Yeah.
I say that as a vet.
I know you do.
Yeah. Or they were the boatswain mate. Who the heck knows? So every agent and every loan officer in our audience needs to look at their last 50 conversations and ask, did I lead with the program or did I lead with the price? Explain the programs.
Yeah.
Not the price.
Right.
And that's the one thing they're saying, that most of vets are saying that they don't understand. They think they need more money than they need to buy and everything else, and that's why they're not buying.
Wow, you got to broadcast that out there.
Yeah, so the big thing is 1 in 3 vets
That's a lot.
thinks that, that's a third.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So if there is 17 million veterans divided by 0.33, so that's 500 and some thousand. 5 million. I'm sorry, 5 million and some thousand.
That have no clue that they could buy with zero down.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a few people.
That's a lot of people.
Yes.
That's too bad because a lot of those people could be homeowners.
Yeah, yes, they could if they knew what they could do.
Send out a telegram.
All right, and here's the last thing I want to leave you with. 46% of veterans left the military with less than $10,000 in savings. 46%. These are people who asked to defend our country, and most half of them came home with less liquidity than the median 3-month emergency fund recommended by Personal Finance column.
Wow.
So long story short is they shouldn't have bought the Camaro when they got their first raise.
Right. Yep. But it's a nice car.
Most vets will understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I look pretty rad in it.
Yeah. But I mean, there are some vets, because I got one that, not all vets are that way, but 2/3, 1/3's probably that way. But we have a bunch, 46% they said, so that's almost half. I have vets who have a lot of money, and I have vets who don't. It just depends on where they were and how they were deployed and whether they were single or married.
Yep, and how they turned that into a job, a career, or whatever after service.
Or during service.
Yeah.
That's just when they left the service. I would be one of those because I was going to school.
That's true. Smart.
That's all I have for today. It wasn't a lot.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'll have numbers again. Maybe.
Well, you could say the same ones again, but it's just really knowing what the numbers are each month. So that is probably
this is way more accurate.
April. That April is better than last year's May, June, July, and August. And we were saying March was 300 and more than that.
Yes,
and that was the better.
Had numbers of 372. And
right. Well, I guarantee you when they research this, it's going to be higher.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
because it'll be everything.
Because mine's researches it 3 weeks into the month.
And
by
also
then it will have
includes
update.
Off-market sales.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is correct,
Cool.
sir.
All right.
All right. Market's still up. Everything's up. There's growing Mythos. You heard about Mythos, right? From the AI model from Anthropic.
Yes. And
it's deadly. It can break into things.
That's the one that's scary.
Yeah. Well, they're all going to be scary. They're all going to be polymorphic agentic AI eventually.
Man, that's a mouthful of words.
I know. That's why I can barely say it.
And you rattled it off like
I've been practicing it for 10 days.
All right. Hey, you kids make it a great Tuesday. Go out there and sell like 4 or 5 things.
Yeah. I'm not bragging, but I'm busy and people are pent up. People need help. And especially with refinances. I had a guy reach out to me that, someone's been sending him stuff about refinancing. The first time it was a buy down, right? And so it's like, why are you spending $30-some thousand on to do a buy down? Yeah. Then he sends me something where it's adjustable now at 4.75, but it saves him for 4 years at this certain rate. So I'm looking into it for him, but because he's hurting. He's in the HVAC system, so he's in HVAC, which he does sells. What don't people have right now? Money or the need for, hey, it's cold. I don't really need my HVAC right now.
Yeah. Discretionary dollars for improvements.
Yeah, so and that's what's scarce right now.
Yep.
Because you can't just refinance. Well, they can, but then they have to get a higher rate. I have those, but because they're going through divorces or something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough time.
It's tough out there.
It is.
But it's also, with as tough as it is, there's opportunity for people.
Always.
Yeah. So, all right, make it a great day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Enjoy this Tuesday.
Yes. Bye.